Welcome to this annual meeting of the Council. May I first remind all of you of some domestic arrangements. Toilets are situated outside the meeting room, opposite the stairs. Cold water is also available in the breakout area, outside the meeting room. If the fire alarm should sound, please leave the meeting room by following the fire exit signs and meet on the Ipswich Town Football Club training pitch. Do not re-enter the building until you are told it is safe to do so. Please switch off all mobile phones or turn them to silent. I would like to remind everyone present that this meeting will be broadcast live to the internet and will be capable of repeated viewing. The whole of the meeting will be filmed, except where there are confidential or exempt items. If you make a representation to the meeting, you will be deemed by the Council to have consented to being filmed. By entering this meeting, you are also consenting to being filmed by the Council and to the possible use of those images and sound recordings for webcasting and/or training purposes. The Council, members of the public and the press may record, film, photograph or broadcast this meeting when the public and the press are not lawfully excluded. Before I move on to the agenda, I would like to take this opportunity to say a few words. Welcome, members, to the Chamber and to the first meeting of our new term. Sadly, this is the last meeting that I will be opening as Chairman of Babergh District Council. I have, as I think many of the members from the last term will know, loved the role and found it a great privilege to chair these meetings and represent the Council externally. I think we have had a good and productive term as a Council, accomplishing many important things, including supporting our district during COVID. I gave my thanks to officers and fellow councillors at our last meeting. My final donation to the Blossom Appeal, formally presented to Ipswich Hospital last week, reached £12,408. So I'm proud to say that Babergh District Council and many associates contributed towards the new breast care centre at the hospital. I hope none of you or your loved ones need to use it. And so we have a new set of councillors with some familiar faces. Congratulations to all of you for your success in the election. I wish us all a successful new term. And to the new chairman, I hope you enjoy your term as much as I did, and I offer you all my good wishes, support and help should you need it. I'll move on to the agenda now. Election of Chair of the Council. Please can I have nominations for the position of Chair of the Council? Councillor Plum.
Thank you, Chair. I would like to nominate Elizabeth Milby for the position of Chair. Thank you. Yeah, I'm happy to second that nomination. Thank you, Madam Chairman. Members, I would like to propose Councillor Margaret Maybe. She has been a councillor for some time and has worked very hard and is dedicated, and her attendance record is very good. She also campaigned against any increase in car parking charges for the residents and businesses people of Babergh District. We Conservatives support no car parking increases. I ask you to support this also and support Margaret Maybe for Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you. Can I have a seconder, please? Thank you. Thank you. In that case, we will go to an electronic vote to conduct the vote.
So, Chair, just to explain, so we're taking the first nomination. That's for Councillor Malvisi to be the chair of the council. If the vote is 17 or more, we will take it that Councillor Malvisi has been duly elected. If it's a split or it goes 17, we'll take that. If it's any different, then we'll come back and do the second vote. Is that okay? So we're going to vote at the moment for the nomination for Councillor Malvisi. So you need to vote for if you want to put her in and against if you don't. The electronic vote is now set in blue for you to cast your vote. So, Councillor McCaw, can I take your vote, please?
Yes, for Councillor Malvisi.
Thank you. And Councillor Grandon, can I take your vote?
For Councillor Malvisi.
Thank you. Are there any other councillors having... Okay, Councillor Osborne. Councillor Jameson.
Yeah, for Councillor Malvisi.
Councillor Davis. Thank you. Are there any more? Okay. You managed to... Yeah, Councillor Beer.
I'm for Margaret Maybe.
Okay, so against that one. Right. Okay. Any more? Right, okay. Councillor Newman, can I take... Okay. Councillor Clover? Yeah, we've got them all. Okay, no, that's fine. We've got everybody's vote now, so we just do a tally up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5, 4. And 2. Right. It's 32. Yeah, so it's... Yeah. 8. Right, thank you. So, Chair, that is 23 votes for, 8 against and 1 abstention.
I declare Councillor Malvisi the new chairman of Babergh District Council.
I've got a voice that carries. Stand up. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Just watch that glass. Yeah. Okay. I, Elizabeth Malvisi, having been elected to the office of Chair of the Council, hereby declare that I take that office upon myself
and will duly and faithfully fulfil the duties of it according to the best of my judgment and ability. I undertake to be guided by the Suffolk Code of Conduct in the performance of my functions in that office. I'll now sign the form. Well, good evening, councillors, and thank you very, very much. I didn't think I was appreciated quite as much as is evident by the vote. I ask that you join me in a vote of thanks to the outgoing chair, Councillor Grandon, for delivering above and beyond during what was a demanding, emotional roller coaster of a year for us all, and in particular for Catherine. So, Catherine, well done. You now deserve a rest. Congratulations to all who were elected and to those who were returned. But we shall not forget the contribution made by those councillors who were not returned and who had given the council unstinting loyalty and commitment. The sum total of their contribution is that they take home 150 years of experience and knowledge, and probably just for being them. At this point, it's usual for the incoming chair to inform council members of those charities they might wish to support during their term. Unfortunately, at this juncture, I'm not able to share the precise charities, but suffice to say that they will, in all probability, be connected to male mental health, male suicide, and child sexual abuse. Thank you. I would now like to move to item 2 on the agenda, which is the election of the Vice Chair of the Council. So please, can I have your nominations? Councillor Jameson.
Thank you, Chair. I'd like to nominate Councillor Simon Dowling for Vice Chair.
Thank you. Do you have a seconder? Councillor Plum. Are there any further nominations? Councillor Maybury.
Thank you very much, Madam Chairman. I would like to propose for Vice Chair Brian Riley, who has a wealth of experience under his belt, and I'm sure will do a splendid job. And he assures me that he, although he's not a man of action, he's a man of words.
Thank you very much. Do you have a seconder? Councillor
Clover.
Let me get it. Clover. Okay, super. Thank you. I do apologise, but some of you are very new, so yes, we'll just plod on through together. Right, what do I do here? Because that's his. I intend to carry out this vote. I should.
Well, we're going to do it by...
Okay, so I'll give it to you. Right.
Thank you, Chair. So because we have 2 nominations, we will be taking the first nomination, which is Councillor Simon Dowling. So if you'd like to cast your votes, that is now showing in blue. Councillor McCraw, are you able to vote this time? Oh, right. Okay, that's good. Councillor Grandon? Councillor Osborne? Councillor Jameson? Councillor Sally Davis? Councillor Beer? Councillor Moon?
Okay. Yes? Yeah, I did.
Thank you, Chair. The votes are 24 for Councillor Simon Dowling, 7 against and 1 abstention.
24. So, outgoing chair. So I just declare it.
You declare it, yeah.
Okay.
Councillor Dowling.
I therefore declare Councillor Dowling being duly elected as Vice Chair. I would now invite the Vice Chair to come forward and sign the acceptance of office after having read it.
I, Simon Dowling, having been elected to the office of Vice Chair of the Council, hereby declare upon myself and will duly and faithfully fulfil the duties of it according to the best of my judgment and ability. I undertake to be guided by the Suffolk Code of Conduct in the performance of my functions of that office. Say a few words? I haven't done this before. So. How's that? I think I will. Is that all right? That's okay. Okay, can I say a few words? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you very much for your faith in me. I shall do my very best to execute it. You'll forgive me as an English teacher thinking of my favourite writer, 2 short quotations from Twelfth Night. Some are born to greatness, some achieve greatness, some have greatness thrust upon them. And the other quotation from Henry IV, Part 2, uneasy lies the head that wears a crown. So I shall be careful. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. None received.
Thank you. Now we come to declaration of interest by councillors. Are there any declarations? No? Thank you. Item 5, BC/23/1, to confirm the minutes of the meeting held on the 22nd of March 2023. This is for accuracy only. However, are there any issues with accuracy? And if there are none, can I please have a proposer followed by a seconder? Councillor Ward proposing and Councillor Holt seconding. Thank you very much. We now intend to carry out this vote by a show of hands. So, all those in favour, against any abstentions? Right.
Favour first, yeah.
Okay. You're abstaining.
Vote. All those in
Vote in favour first.
Yeah. Okay. That's carried.
Is it?
Yeah.
And then the abstentions, you need to note.
Well, you can go to the abstentions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So ask for any abstentions.
Any abstentions?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 abstentions.
Because they weren't councillors. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay.
They are carried.
I'm advised it's carried. Now we come to item 6 on the agenda, which is the election of the leader of the council. May I have nomination for leader of the council? Councillor Jameson.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just before I nominate my proposal for the leader, I'd just like to say that I feel we've produced an exciting and interesting form of leadership that will enable the council to provide a truly coherent and collaborative administration. By sharing and rotating the leadership, we're actually delivering the form of council that the electorate of Babergh have voted for. One that works together for the benefit rather than for their benefit rather than one that puts party first. We know the Green members will be looked at closely over the course of the next 4 years, and we want to show that not only do we bring fresh faces to the council, but we bring forward new ideas as well. And with that, I'd like to propose Councillor Busby as leader. The intention is that the term for the leader will be 1 year. I would ask the monitoring officer to bring the report to the next full council to make the necessary change to the Babergh District Council constitution.
Okay. So now we need a seconder. Can I have a seconder for that, please? Councillor Plum? Thank you. Any further nominations for leader of the council? Okay. We now intend to carry out this vote by a show of hands. So, all in favour? You okay? Right. Any abstentions? You're not allowed. Any against? Okay. It's the Conservative group. Okay. Can you confirm that it's carried? Okay. I can confirm that the vote has been carried in favour of Councillor Busby. He has a declaration as well.
No, he just needed to say that he's duly elected. I announce that.
Okay. I therefore declare that Councillor Busby is duly elected as leader of Babergh District Council. I come now to item 7, BC/23/2, announcements from the chairman and leader. Now I refer you to paper BC/23/2 simply for noting. Councillor Busby, would you like to make any announcements?
It would seem churlish not to, really, wouldn't it? I don't often get this kind of an opportunity. Good evening, and thank you all. I had no ambition to become leader, but I'm honoured to represent you, and I promise to do my best. However, this isn't about me, it's about you. 25,613 residents voted for you to work on their behalf to ensure that we deliver the best for Babergh that we can. And well done, John Nunn, for getting the most votes out of any of us, 1,069. Some of us can dream of those numbers. 14 of you are new to the process. Welcome. Welcome to the challenges that lie ahead as well. For us to succeed in our endeavours, and please note the name of the building that you're in, we will need to work diligently and together. We have many challenges: climate change and housing energy inefficiencies, numerous ugly infrastructure projects, changes to waste collection, the joint local plan, inappropriate housing developments through volume, size and location, struggling high streets, high cost of living and inflationary pressures on our services. We're going to be busy, aren't we? Unlike mid-Suffolk, we don't have huge reserves to call upon to help us to deliver solutions, and in fact you'll be frequently reminded of the financial challenges that we face. Fortunately, we have a great team of officers to assist us, and I recommend that you lean on them. Certainly not me. And if just point them out to you, if you'd like to stand so that the new members can get a look at you. Kathy Nixon is the Deputy Chief Exec. Thank you. And then Sarah Wilcock, who's got one of the worst titles, Director of Customers, Digital Transformation and Improvement. Emily Attack, Director of Assets and Investments. And then Mark Eames, Director of Operations. Fiona Dumal, Director of Economic Growth and Climate Change. And last but not least, Melissa Evans, who's the Director of Corporate Resources and Section 15 Officer and in charge of the money. Thank you. So, no excuses now. You know who they are and what they do. With no party getting anywhere near a majority, but congratulations to the Greens for polling 31% of the votes, we will have to continue to work as a coalition. But after all, it is the Babergh way. Group leaders have devised a unique plan for the 4 years, and thank you, Lee, for stealing my thunder and explaining it all to everybody. We're going to rotate on an annual basis. I will do the first year, Deborah Saw for the Greens will do the second and fourth, and John Ward the third. And as my first action, I would like to appoint Deborah Saw and John Ward as deputy political leaders. Together, we will lead the cabinet of 8, 4 Greens, 3 Independents and 1 Lib Dem. We'll be announcing the other cabinet members and their portfolios shortly. And just lastly, a big thank you to John Ward, who has done this post for the last 5 years. He's far too clever by half, so don't expect too much from me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Busby. I now look to Councillor Saw and Councillor Ward to say a few words. Councillor Saw, would you like to go first?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I think we're all ambitious for our district, and we all want to do the best for our residents and our communities. I think this is a very exciting and innovative approach, one that I'm sure will get a lot of attention from other councils around the country. I think we start off working on our priorities, our joint priorities together, but I know we're all united with one purpose, which is the prosperity, success, well-being of our residents and their communities. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Councillor Ward.
Thank you, Chairman. I wish to congratulate Councillor Busby on his election as leader of the council. It is a great responsibility and privilege to hold that office, and I'm sure he'll be a great ambassador for Babergh. I'm particularly pleased that we have agreed an innovative coalition arrangement for the council. The consensus that will be needed to make that coalition work will be necessary as we face our biggest challenges. I know Councillor Busby has articulated some of those, but in the short term, we do have some really pressing ones, such as improving and retrofitting our housing stock to meet our energy saving commitments. The resources and waste strategy from the government, particularly the recycling consistency component and its impact on our waste operations. Planning policy and the joint local plan. And of course, the ever-present pressures on our budgets. I look forward to working with Councillors Busby and Saw to make the coalition a strong one that delivers excellent services for our residents and businesses. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Councillor Ward. We now move on to item 8 on the agenda, which is the designation of committees and joint committees. Now, we will treat these in block. Therefore, could I have a proposer to appoint all the committees listed on the agenda? Councillor Plum, and a seconder, please. Councillor Lee Parker. We'll now carry this out by a vote, show of hands.
Yes.
So those in favour, please. Sorry, Councillor.
Could I just ask a question? I haven't seen the list because, as you know, I've got a brand new computer and we can't make it work between us all. So is it possible that I can have
I'll read them out.
Yes, that would be helpful. That would be excellent. Thank
Yep.
you, Madam Chairman.
So we have Overview and Scrutiny Committee, the ever wonderful Planning Committee,
Sorry, Madam Chairman. I want to know who was listed on.
no, we're just accepting that these are the committees. Then the allocation of we have to do the political breakdown thingy first, and then you move to actually putting people in. Yeah, we'll do that later. Okay, so we're looking at Overview and Scrutiny as a committee, Planning Committee, Licensing and Regulatory Committee, Joint Audit and Standards Committee, and Joint Appointments Committee. So I've got a proposer and a seconder, so can we take a vote of those in favour of having these committees? Yeah, I think that's unanimous. Yeah. Thank you very much, councillors. Right, that is now carried. The next one, on item 9 on the agenda, is the political balance and composition of committees. So I refer you to Appendix B in the tabled papers and would like to invite the monitoring officer to introduce paper BC/23/3.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chair. The rationale for the paper is that the sections 15 to 17 of the Local Government Housing Act 1989 require the council to follow rules in regards to secure political balance on its various subcommittees and committees. Political groups for the purpose of the Act should not be confused with political parties. The formula in determining the entitlement can get a little bit complicated, but at the end of the day, what it boils down to is that are the main committees allocated to a political group, and they must bear some relationship to the total membership of the council. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much. Oh, excuse me. Could I have a proposer and a seconder, please? Proposing? Councillor Holt, seconding? Councillor Maybury, thank you very much. Do we have any questions on this? I do intend to carry out the vote by a show of hands. So, no questions? No? Okay. All those in favour, please? Thank you very much. Are there any abstentions? No. Unanimous. That is now carried. Item 10 is the election of chairs and vice chairs of committees. So it has to be noted that in accordance with the Council's Constitution, Article 6, open bracket 6.2.1, close bracket, the leader shall take up chairmanship of the Cabinet. But we now need to elect a chair and vice chair for the following committees: Overview and Scrutiny, Planning Committee, Licensing and Regulatory Committee. I'll come back to you, Councillor Maybury. Are we doing these on block?
No, we have to take them separately.
Okay. Councillor Maybury?
Thank you very much, Madam Chairman. I would like to propose Councillor Brian Riley for Chairman of Overview and Scrutiny. I'm assuming, Madam Chairman, that we're taking each one in turn.
Yes, we are.
So that is my first.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Do you have a seconder? Councillor Beer? Are there any other nominations for Overview and Scrutiny? Councillor Plum?
Councillor Margaret McLaren.
Councillor McLaren. And a seconder? Councillor Lee Parker. Okay. How are we doing this?
We'll do it electronically.
So we're doing the vote electronically.
So, Chair, we'll take the first nomination first, which is Councillor Brian Riley. All those in favour of Councillor Brian Riley as Chair of Committee, if you'd like to cast your votes now, please.
It's not live yet.
It is. Oh. Refresh.
I might lose it.
Yeah, okay. Let me take the it's gone off, has it? Okay. Okay, let's do it by show of hands then. So all those in favour of Councillor Brian Riley, if you'd like to put your hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. All those in favour of Councillor Mary McLaren, put your hands up. So, that's Councillor Mary McLaren.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Overview and Scrutiny Committee Chair.
You need to announce that. You need to announce it.
Yeah, I'm about to do that. No. It's just, I'm putting my words round differently. Okay, Overview and Scrutiny Committee Chair is Mary McLaren. Well done, Mary. We now need a vice chair for the committee. Councillor Parker.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would like to propose Councillor John Wyman for Vice Chairman.
Okay, thank you. Can we have a seconder for Councillor Wyman? Councillor Jameson. Thank you. We have any other nominations for Vice Chair of Overview and Scrutiny? No, I think we're having a meeting over here. Can I have a vote then, please? All those in favour of Councillor Wyman? Thank you very much. All those against? No? Councillor Beer. Okay, I declare that the Vice Chair for Overview and Scrutiny is Councillor Wyman. Thank you very much. We now come to the Planning Committee. Can I have nominations for Chair? Councillor John Ward.
I'd like to nominate Councillor Plum.
Thank you. Do you have a seconder? Councillor Parker. Do we have any other nominations? Councillor Glover.
I'd like to nominate Peter Beer.
Do you have a seconder? Mark Newman. Okay, are we doing this electronically?
We'll do it by show of hands again.
Okay, we'll do it. We'll.
I'll take council. So, Chair, I'll do it.
Yeah.
So, votes for Councillor Plum, please. All those in favour.
That's me as well.
Okay. And those against.
That's carried. Councillor Plum, you're now Chairman of Planning Committee. Congratulations. Can we have nominations for the Vice Chair? Councillor Parker.
Thank you again, Madam Chair. I'd like to propose Councillor Helen Davis for the position of Vice Chair. Thank you.
Okay, do you have a seconder? Councillor Plum. Do we have any other nominations for Vice Chair? Okay, we'll move to a vote, show of hands. All in favour? Thank you. Do we need against?
You can just take it.
And against? Are you abstaining? Right, Councillor Maybury, is your group abstaining or are they voting against?
Madam Chairman, they have their own free will and I think they are abstaining. Thank you.
Okay, that's fine. Now, Chair and Vice Chair of Licensing and Regulatory Committees. Councillor Jameson.
I'd like to nominate Councillor Parker for Chair.
Councillor Parker.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And do we have a seconder? Councillor Plum. Do we have any other nominations for licensing?
Yes, I'd like to nominate Paul Clover, please.
Paul Clover. Okay, and a seconder? Okay, Councillor Beer. Right. We'll do a show of hands for the first nominee. So who's in favour of Councillor Parker? Show their hands, please. Okay. I think that's carried. We now have to move to Vice Chair of Licensing and Regulatory. So do I have any proposers? Councillor Plum?
Thank you, Chair. I'd like to nominate Councillor Jameson.
Councillor Jameson, thank you very much. Do we have a seconder for that nomination? Councillor Parker. Do we have any other nominations for Vice Chair? No. Can I have a show of hands, please, in favour? Yeah. Thank you. We now move on to elect a co-chair for the following joint committees. Joint Audit and Standards Committee, Joint Appointments Committee. May I have a nomination for the chair of Overview? Well, I've done Overview and Scrutiny.
Joint
Yeah,
audit
but
and
it goes
standards.
on to Overview.
You're on page 14. You've done that one.
I've lost the place. It's there. Overview and Scrutiny.
Yeah, but you're on the
Oh,
So
okay.
you need to go to page 14.
Right. It's all coughing. Lord.
Right.
Oh, that's page 13, and it's different. Okay. May I have the nomination for co-chair of the joint... What?
Joint ordinance.
Joint Audit and Standards Committee. Councillor Jameson?
I would like to nominate Councillor Bryn Hurren.
Okay. Councillor Maybury?
No, we need a seconder for that one first.
Oh, can I have a seconder, please, for Councillor Bryn Hurren? Councillor Plum? Councillor Maybury?
Thank you, Madam Chairman. I would like to nominate Isabel Rees, who has a wealth of governance under her hat, as it were, and I'm sure she'd do an absolutely marvellous job. So my nomination is Isabel Rees. Thank you.
Okay. And a seconder, please.
Madam Chairman, I'm pleased to second the nomination of Councillor Rees.
Thank you very much. Again, we'll go by a show of hands, dealing with the first nomination and then the second.
Yes, Councillor Hurren was the first.
So, can I have a show of hands in favour of Councillor Hurren as chair? Thank you. Can I have a show of hands of those against or any abstentions? Yeah, okay.
Chair, that he's announced as the joint chair.
Sorry?
You can announce him as right.
Go on, Chair. I therefore declare that Councillor Bryn Hurren is co-chair of Joint Audit and Standards Committee. May I have nominations for the co-chair of the Joint Appointments Committee? Councillor Ward? Oh, sorry, Councillor Beer.
Councillor Margaret Maybury.
Thank you. A seconder? Councillor Glover, thank you. Councillor Ward?
I would like to nominate Councillor Jameson.
Councillor Jameson.
I'm sorry, Madam Chairman, but would Councillor Wood be on his feet, please?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Madam Chairman, I asked if Councillor Ward would stand on his feet.
I'm
He
sorry.
was addressing you.
You're quite correct, Councillor Maybury.
I apologise for not pulling councillors up
Okay,
for it.
I'd like to nominate Councillor Jameson.
Okay, thank you. A seconder? Councillor Plum. The first nomination was Councillor Maybury. So can we have a show of hands in favour? 7. Okay, do I go for those against? Can I have a show of hands, those against? Right. I'm afraid that's lost. Can I have a show of hands for Councillor Jameson? And those against? Which is the Tory party. Right. Councillor Jameson is therefore the co-chair of Joint Appointments Committee.
We're going to have some elections on here because we've now got. So I suggest where we've got 2 names and only 1 place, we're going to have to do.
Thank you for your patience, councillors. We now move to BC/23/4, appointments to outside bodies for the year 2023 to 24. I refer you to Appendix A in the tabled papers and would like to invite the leader to introduce the paper and move the recommendation in the report. However, we do have 2 items where we have more nominations than we have spaces for. Councillor Maybury.
Yes, if I may, Madam Chairman, I did give to Jan a list of our proposals for this, and I'm sorry to say that one has been missed off on this list and there's one off on another. So when it comes to Suffolk health scrutiny, I'm proposing myself, and I have been on this committee before and I would like to continue, and that sadly has been left off because it was given earlier.
Okay.
These things happen.
So it's just the Suffolk health scrutiny?
On this paper, it is just the Suffolk health scrutiny on this one. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right, thank you.
So we'll take those three items where we've got oversubscribed.
Okay, so we have 3 items that are oversubscribed.
But you just need Councillor Busby to move the paper and second it first, and then we'll take.
Right, so Councillor Busby, can you move the paper so that we can accept it, and then we can move on to the elections?
Yep,
Please.
I'd like to move the paper so we can get on to the elections.
Yes. You so do you? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. We just need a second now.
And yeah. And have you got a seconder? Councillor Ward, thank you very much. Now then, we have
So if you leave those ones out.
Association for Suffolk Museums. We have John Nunn and Isabel Rees, so we need to go to a vote. Those in favour of Isabel Rees? Thank you. And shall I just go for another in favour? Or do I have to get the...
Can go for the other.
Yeah. Okay. And who, can I have a show of hands for those in favour of John Nunn? Thank you very much.
So John Nunn is appointed.
John Nunn is appointed, thank you. We then move on to Gainsborough's House Society. Well, I think everybody wants to be a member of that one. We have nominations for Laura Smith. So can I have a show of hands for Laura Smith?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
I then have a nomination for Adrian Osborne. Can I have a show of hands, please?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay. And then we have Margaret Maybury. Can I have a show of hands, please?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You've got 7.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Adrian Osborne is doing.
Adrian Osborne is nominated as the representative for Gainsborough's House Society. Thank you very much. And the next one is Suffolk Health Scrutiny Committee, where we have a nomination by Margaret Maybury, Councillor Maybury. So all those in favour of Councillor Maybury, please show your hands. Thank you very much.
7, 8, 8, 1, 2, 3, 9,
Yeah.
9.
Where's the 9th?
Councillor Allen, Councillor Busby.
All right, okay.
That's 9.
Yeah. The other nominee is Mary McLaren. Can I have a show of hands in favour of Mary McLaren, please? How many is that?
21.
21. Okay, I declare that Mary McLaren is the representative on the Suffolk Health Scrutiny Committee.
Madam Chairman.
One at the last one. Oh, there's a last one.
No, Madam Chairman, if you actually look under Suffolk Health Scrutiny, it actually asks for a sub as well. Thank you.
So Councillor Maybury, she's happy to be sub.
Would you be happy to be the substitute, Councillor Maybury?
Madam Chairman, I have enjoyed my time on Health Scrutiny, and as I said to Councillor Ward the other day, every time I go to one of these meetings, I encourage the partnership between the NHS and district councils. So I would love to be the sub, and not that I wish any ill on Mary, but if she doesn't want to wish to go, I will be delighted to go. Thank you.
Need to take a vote, Councillor.
Okay. Council, I need you to show your hands in favour of Councillor Maybury being the substitute for this committee.
Yeah, that's carried.
Okay. And that's carried.
And then just this last one, we've got 2 nominations.
Western Suffolk
And
Community.
again, whoever is not successful, you can put into a sub if
Okay.
they're happy to do that.
Right, we have another one that we have to vote on, which is Western Suffolk Community Safety Partnership. We need one candidate, just like we've just had, and one substitute. So can I have your votes in favour of Daniel Potter?
Sorry, I can't see the names on it. Can we have the names first, please? Because I was sort of voting. I can't see where the names are on there. It's probably me. But
What, on your form?
Yeah, I'll probably...
But you're on, are you online?
She wants to know the other names.
Oh, it's Daniel Potter and Margaret Maybury.
Thank you.
And we'll go through the
That's
nominations.
all I want to
Okay?
know.
Right. Those in favour of Daniel Potter?
17, 18.
Okay. And then we have Councillor Margaret Maybury. Those in favour?
7, 8. Councillor Owen, does she want to vote?
Councillor Owen, do you wish to vote?
So actually it's carried. So,
Okay. So again, the majority vote was for Daniel Potter, so that's been carried. Councillor Maybury, would you wish to be the sub on this one as well?
Madam Chairman, I have a few years under my belt with this partnership, and I'm going to be very serious now. I have been laughing, I have been smiling, because I think that's what we should be doing at Council, especially tonight. But this is a very serious matter, and I'm sure you're all aware of the 2 murders that took place within my ward for domestic abuse, and it's something that will come up to be reviewed in this partnership. So yes, I would very much like to be the sub for that. And whilst I'm on my feet, I hope everyone here knows what to do if they think someone is in danger. Thank you.
so we just need to take a vote.
Councillor Davis.
Yeah, I think I need to point out that I'm currently the chair of the Western Suffolk Community Partnership, and it's something that moves on. So I'm not quite sure why this is being brought up as an outside body. The chair is elected, and I've been elected for 2 years, in fact. I'm sure one of the directors might be able to shed light on it. And in terms of the DHR, that's already been underway, and I'm part of that DHR, writing and dealing with that. So I think there's, I think there's been a bit of a mix-up in that.
No, it's the chairman's, it's the council's decision to appoint our representative.
And you have to do it every year.
And we have to do it every year.
Okay. I've been advised that it is the council's decision, it's the council's responsibility and therefore their decision to nominate their representative on that body. So, I don't know, maybe we can take it out of this meeting and clarify understanding. Yes? Would that be possible? Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. Now I've got to find where I am in the proceedings.
We just need council to agree that Margaret can be the sub.
Okay.
And then we need to take the rest of the block.
Councillors, I need you to confirm that you accept Councillor Maybury as the substitute for the Western Suffolk Community Safety Partnership. Okay? Thank you.
And then we need to take the rest of the one block, so we'll put the rest.
Right. And the rest of the bodies or panels as tabled. Did we have a proposer and seconder?
Yes, we did.
So now we've had the proposer and seconder, so I now need councillors to vote on accepting the rest of the, or noting the rest of the document. Is it just noting?
No, appointed.
It is, we do need to vote on it.
Yeah. All those in favour.
All in favour, please show your hands.
Yeah.
Okay. You have a question, Councillor McGraw?
Yes, if I may, Chair, thanks. I noticed there are still some substitute members on the list unfilled. I'm assuming that can be done subsequently. I'd just like clarification on that point.
Monitoring officer will reply.
Deputy.
A deputy, sorry.
Just to clarify, so those appointments that are made tonight will go forward. The ones where there are vacancies, the monitoring officer has the authority to appoint outside of the meeting, so we can make any changes and then get it ratified at the next council meeting.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, and that vote was carried. Yes? Yeah. Okay, we now move to item 12, if I'm not mistaken, which is appointment of directors to the board of BDC Suffolk Holdings Limited. And the appointments, Councillor Maybury?
Oh, Madam Chairman, I thought you were going to ask me to propose someone, so that's
No,
what I was doing.
I'm just responding to your arm in the air.
I know, I'm very quick at that. I was quick at school and I'm quick still. Thank you.
So if you read those out and then ask for a proposer and a seconder, because we've had the nominations forward.
Okay, so
Are we going to ask David Busby to introduce the report? Have you got the latest names?
have you got the latest names?
Because they changed just before the meeting. You have?
Yes.
Have you got Councillor Riley down?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so.
Okay, so we're good to go.
Yeah.
The suggested appointments are Councillor Busby, Councillor Brian Riley, Councillor Deborah Saw, and Councillor John Ward.
Councillor Busby needs to introduce it.
He's what?
Councillor Busby to introduce the report.
Right, Councillor Busby, I invite you to introduce the report.
That's a bit grand, isn't it? I propose that we go to the vote for those 4 people as the Holdings Board directors.
Yeah.
And I hope you enjoy the training.
We need a second to the chair.
Can I have a seconder, please? Councillor Maybury, thank you very much.
And then vote by show of hands.
And again, we need a show of hands in favour. Okay, thank you very much. That's carried, I'm happy to say. Now it's item 13. The appointment of councillors to the Shared Revenues Partnership Joint Committee. Now, the nominations have been tabled. Therefore, could I have a proposer, please? Councillor Maybury.
Madam Chairman, I actually have a question for this because Councillor Busby, in his right as leader, has not actually identified his cabinet. And under item 13, I hope all councillors see that, we are asked to appoint 2 cabinet members and 2 substitutes. And I'm assuming, and I hope our monitoring officer can confirm, that they should all be cabinet members. Thank you. So my question is, I'm so sorry, I interrupted you, Ifti. My question is, how can we appoint them if we don't know who's in the cabinet?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it hasn't been advertised. So that may have to be something that cannot be
decided tonight.
Exactly, it has to be adjourned. Thank you, or whatever.
It's the leader's decision. It's not a council decision anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yes, please.
So, Chair, just to explain, it's the leader's prerogative to appoint the cabinet. So it's up to the leader when he announces that. It doesn't have to be tonight. He can announce that at any time. These are the nominations that we have. So unless the leader wants to announce, we can delay it, or if you want to announce your cabinet members, then we can go ahead.
Would it be a shame to have all the excitement in one evening? I think we should delay this one until we've formally announced the cabinet.
Councillor Maybury?
And I'm going to come back, and everybody knows the position of my group. But, Councillor Busby, if you would like to put me on that committee, I would love to. And if that means I have to come and talk to you very nicely, then perhaps I shall. Thank you.
Take more than talk.
Okay.
I did actually say, and I am going to say this, that I will not put up with any ribald comments. And I know that's said in jest. I know it was said in jest, but I have said, because I have suffered from this in the past, I will not put up with it. And I hope the monitoring officer has listened to me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Councillor Maybury. Moving on is item 14, appointments to Suffolk Joint Standards Board. These nominations have been tabled, and again, can I have a proposer, please? Councillor Lee Parker, and a seconder, Councillor Plum. Again, we will carry out the voting by a show of hands. All in favour, please? You carried. That's carried. Item 15, appointments to the Joint Gypsy and Traveller Steering Group. Council, you're being asked to appoint 4 councillors to the Joint Gypsy and Traveller Steering Group. Nominations have been tabled, therefore can I have a proposer? Councillor Jameson proposing, who's seconding? I feel like an auctioneer. Councillor Register, thank you very much.
Does Councillor Maybury want to table one because she's still got some... Do you want to table anybody?
Madam Chairman, thank you. We are a very select group, and I'm afraid at this moment in time we do not have anyone who can sit on this committee, but of course if it changes I will inform the leader. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So we currently have 1 nomination, and therefore I'd like a show of hands, please.
Those 3 nominated.
Oh no, so we've got 3 nominated. Ruth Hendry, Alison Owen and Lee Parker. Do we take them in block?
No, we take them on block.
Okay. Taking them on block, can I please have...
We've got a proposal in a second, haven't we?
I've had a proposal in a second. Have I not had a... Yes, I have. Lee Jameson proposed.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. And Councillor Parker?
So we can take
No.
them on.
So who seconded?
Councillor Register.
Councillor Register, right, okay.
So, we can take
So
them
now
on
we
block.
can take a show of hands. In favour?
Yeah, that's carried, Chair.
Thank you. Item 16 is appointments to council working groups. Okay. Sorry, I'm being picked up on the detail. I have to confirm that the aforementioned 3 nominees have now been appointed. Thank you. Right. Council working groups. Council, you're asked to appoint councillors to the following working groups as tabled. And we're going each individual.
So, I think... Councillor Maybury's looking at... Yours haven't been there again, have they?
Madam Chairman, Jan has had a very exciting 2 days, and I'm sure she needs some sleep apart from anything else after the lengthy time she's had. But there is an omission under the Constitution Working Group, and that is for me to be on that as well. Thank you.
So I want to read them out.
Right. One by one, read them out and then we take a vote.
Yeah.
Yes, each one individually.
Or you can do them en bloc if you read them all out at once, but just for clarity, because
Okay, for clarity, the groups, I'll read out the name of the group and then I'll read out the nominees and then we'll go to a vote on block. Councillor Jameson.
Yes, Chair, Councillor Carruthers was put forward for the Community Governance Review Working Group, so it missed off. Yeah.
That's the first one.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay. Community Governance Review Working Group is myself, Councillor Parker and Councillor Carruthers. The Constitution Working Group is Councillor Jameson, Councillor Busby, Councillor Ward and Councillor Maybury. Member Learning and Development Working Group, Councillor Dowling, Councillor McGraw and Councillor Hurren. Councillor Maybury.
Yes, I'm looking at my group. I'm actually going to put myself on that one as well. Right, team? Behind me? Yes. I will add myself to that one as well, as there is a space.
Which one? The local?
The member
the one I've
learning
just
and
said. Okay.
development. Thank you.
Thank you. Local Plan Working Group, Sally Davis, Helen Davis, Councillor Ward and Councillor Holt. Could I please have your show of hands in favour for all those that I've read out? I think that's unanimous. Now what do I have to say? It's been carried. That's number 16. Can we go home now?
we haven't had any recent from both councillors.
Okay.
So I'm just announcing there's not.
Item 17, questions by the public in accordance with the Council's Procedure Rule 12, none received. Item 18, questions by councillors in accordance with the Council Rule, Procedure Rule 13, none received. I therefore would like to inform you that the next meeting is Tuesday, 20th of June at 5:30 p.m. And before I close the meeting, I would like to invite everyone to the annual Council Long Service Presentation Awards, which are being held downstairs in the Frink Room. And I now declare this meeting closed. Thank you very much for your